Oh, oh, this is different. And I forgot to let mom know. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, I'm down to the ringer on this one. This is Freestyle Saturday. Hey, fam. Good evening, good evening. Good evening to the second person that came in. Good evening, Miss Sue. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, I'm down to the wire on this one. Today is Freestyle Saturday. Good evening. Love you. I'm down to the ringer on this one. Hey, family. I'm just not seeing y'all's comments. Hey, Ma. This is Freestyle Saturday. I will be using this wonderful gift that Willow gave me and using them tonight. Like I said, this is Freestyle Saturday. And the reason why it's freestyle, because they ain't give me no topic. Good evening, good evening. They ain't give me no topic. Good evening, good evening. Greetings. They ain't give me no topic. And I ain't gonna come up with one. I'm just gonna freestyle right along with them. Hey fam, what it do? I am just going to freestyle right along with them, but I can tell you this. Whatever that you're reaching for, reach for it. Also, I want to thank everybody. I don't know how many people shared my page. Good evening, good evening, good evening. To everybody that's coming in. Good evening, good evening. What's up, bro? To everybody that's coming in. I don't know how many people shared my live, but thank you for sharing my lives. I have literally been monetized. I by donation, yes. I'll answer your question. By donation, I think the minimum tonight would be $7 for one question. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh yes, family. I'm about to use these. I've been receiving downloads from them too. Oh yes. Good evening to all that came in. But I will say this, Sabrina DeVille, I will say this. I will say this to you. Be encouraged. Please don't give up. Don't give up your search. I got you, fam. Thank you. Don't give up your search. Don't give up on what you're looking for. It's coming. Sabrina DeVille, what's up, bro? It's coming. It's coming. Don't give up on what you're looking for. But do me a favor. Stop posting everything. Please. You don't know how much negativity you get thrown your way when you allow people to see what your plans is before they manifest. So hold off on always posting about how you feel. It's one thing to ask for help, but it's another thing to post what you're trying to manifest before it manifests, because not everybody is for you. Not everybody wants to see you make it. So, Sabrina DeVille, I'll encourage you not to do that. If you don't mind, that's just a bit of encouragement, because what you're looking for, you will receive. But you have got to follow instructions, remain a positive attitude, speak those things that be not as though they were. In other words, keep speaking it into existence and keep following the instructions, because what you're looking for, you will receive. That I will tell you. And that ain't going to cost you nothing. I voluntarily gave you that, because I did want to encourage you. But like I said, this is Freestyle Saturday. I'm going to use these cards for tonight. Oh, no problem. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. Tell you the truth, I've been there. Tell you the truth, I've been there. And yeah, I've been homeless before. Yes, ma'am. Now let me tell you something. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. You have to trust in what you want. Even though this card say dark matter, this is a very true card. Have faith. Have faith. Now faith, this is evidence of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Have faith. Have faith. Trust. Good evening. Good evening. Who got James in the house? Good evening. Have faith. Trust. I don't care what you're looking for. That goes for anybody. I don't care what you're seeking, what you're looking for. Have faith. But be willing to follow the directions. Be willing to follow the directions. Even though we get in our feelings, even though we get in our emotions, even though we get into where we feel like the doors are slamming in our face, even though we feel like giving up, remember, have faith, have faith. And the reason why you got to have faith, even though it looks like a dark matter, and let me explain something about dark matter, okay? Let me explain something about dark matter itself. Dark matter is a particular energy. So when you see this energy, and this energy is around, it's usually when you cannot see. It's usually when it seems like every damn negative thing that could possibly show up shows up. But you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. You got to believe that what you're looking for will materialize. Will materialize. And if you look at it, she has a blue butterfly over her mouth. Yes, yes. You see it, it's a blue butterfly over her mouth. Yes, Iman, yes. And to tell you the truth, the reason why the butterfly is right there, because you have to be quiet. You have to move in silence. You have to be willing to go for your goal, even when no one else knows it. Even when nobody understands it. You have to be able to go for it. And see, the blue butterfly is also spirit. I mean, if you ever think about a candle, the color blue, spirit. You have to. especially the things that you're catching in the spirit. You got to, good evening. You got to literally, literally, literally move in the spirit and move quietly. Because the blue butterfly, that is a signal by what you speak. They are with you as well. That is a signal by what you speak. Speak in the spirit. Let me tell you something. There's a story. And I love doing the Bible stories for a reason. Because those are some legit real people. But when Samuel's mother was getting ready to give birth, when Samuel's mother was getting ready to, when she wanted a child, Samuel's mother went to the temple of God and she cried. It's also, yeah, I was getting to that. What's up, sis? But Samuel's mother was literally, she went to the church and she was praying. Now, here's the funny part about that story. When she was praying and her mouth was moving, but no words. So the priest and everybody around thought she was drunk. They thought she was overtaken in alcohol. But she was praying in the spirit. She was literally praying in the spirit. So when the priest came over, it was the high priest. When he came over, it was, matter of fact, it was Levi, the high priest. When he came over to her, he asked, he said, "Whoa, get a hold of yourself, woman. You are in the house of the Lord. Are you drunk?" She said, "No, not drunk." She said, "I'm just praying to God, but you can't hear the words." So when he caught on that God heard the prayer, he told her, he said, "Be thou blessed, and that thing will come to pass, saith the Lord." And he let her go. He let her go. What she wanted was a baby. But what she was not willing to do was to say what kind of baby to him. She wanted a man-child, which means a son. She wanted a son. What's up? What's up, sis? She wanted a son. But she prayed. See, a lot of times we have to watch our mouth. That's the power of life and death is in the tongue. So even with this one, because around her at that time was a lot of negativity, was a lot of mess, was a lot of things that literally went wrong because she had people marking her saying, you're the woman that's barren, you don't have no child, you just get girls, you just do this, you just do that. But when she literally prayed in the spirit, because there is a difference when you pray in the spirit. Now let me tell you something, and this is probably gonna fuck a lot of people up. But let me tell you what I don't do when I pray. I really don't get into asking about nothing else, just directly about me and the spirit, me and God in that relationship. That is what I ask for. I really don't get into seeing no one else. I really don't get into nobody else's business. I stay exactly where I am. Good evening. I stay exactly where I am. And I stay where I belong. In the spirit. Meaning that you have to stay in your own lane. Because anytime that you want something and that you're looking for a certain manifestation, you can't tell everybody. And a lot of times when you pray, you may not can pray it out loud. But baby, you can get that prayer through. Because it's up to you. Make sure it's what you're asking is of a pure heart, and make sure what you're asking you can maintain. Because I'm telling you, you got to have faith. You got to have faith. And for some of us, and hold on. Wait. Boy, let this card go. I notice there's a lot of butterflies on this card. There's a lot of different color butterflies. Now, if anybody know anything about butterflies, butterflies also have certain spirits attached to them, but they also have different meanings. Like the butterflies on here, one of them is for prosperity. I forget what color. One, the sun is shining on you. One tells you that, to follow instructions. One tells you to look in the spirit. The Bible says, towards the hill cometh all my help, and all my help coming from the Lord. Better yet, it said like this: I look towards the hill, and all my help cometh from the Lord. Meaning that either way you go with it, with all of those butterflies, you can push negativity behind you just like this card did, and you can get to the light. Because if you notice, how she got out of that and put the negativity behind her was having faith. There's a song say, trouble don't last always. No, 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 trouble don't last. Just like this here. Don't last always. It can move. It can move. But yeah. Transformation, and I'm going to get to that. You want to be just like this, and that's the second time. That's the second time. Hey, Willow, confirmation right there. But literally, even in transformation, you got to be willing to accept change. Change is something that you have to be able to accept, because even in having faith, you see how many butterflies that is? That's how many changes can come with the same thing. You have to change your mindset, change your energy, change your direction, change your thinking, change the way you handle situations. Because in order to have faith, you got to be able to see that thing in the spirit to manifest, because that's exactly what she did when she prayed. She saw that thing in the spirit to manifest it. So literally, so anybody ever tell you that faith don't have eyes, that's a lie. Faith can see. Faith can see. But you got to be willing to line up with faith to see that the blessing is right there. And all you need is the instructions. It's right there. Because in transformation, there are situations that's got to change. There are circumstances that's got to change. There are things in life that has to change. And even how you look at a situation, even how you view a situation, even how circumstances in life can come up. I don't care if it's people, places, or things. Literally, you got to move it. Got to move it. And if you notice, the butterflies got bigger. See, the bigger the blessing, the bigger the transformation. Notice that. Notice that. The butterflies got bigger at the bottom. At the bottom. They got bigger. Which lets you know that the manifestation is on the way, and there is room for growth. There is room for growth and transformation. There is room for growth. Papa Loco represents butterflies as well. Aibobo, they celebrate him this month. Oh, wow. Aibobo, Papa Loco. You know, I say good morning to him outside every morning. Every morning. So have faith. But change the way you speak. Start speaking to your manifestation. Start speaking to it. Start speaking life to your manifestation. Start telling whatever you want, hey, you're coming. I'm going to do what it takes. You're coming. Start speaking it. Aibobo. Start speaking it. Also, you're a Pisces. Well, happy birthday to all the Pisces that's already passed and that's coming. Happy birthday. So you're a Pisces as well. Or are you another one? But happy birthday. Start speaking to your dreams. Start speaking to your goals. But speak life and not death. Don't tell your goal, I don't think you're ever coming. Don't tell your goal that it's not happening. Don't do that. Don't do that. Start speaking to your goals that I know you're coming. I'm speaking that all blocks are removed. I'm speaking that I'm not even in my own way, that I'm out of the way. Start speaking. Start speaking to it. Start doing that, and it will bless you. It will bless you. Because just like this here, this card says speed. Now, let me say this. Y'all see how fast he's going? Y'all see how fast? That's like the speed of light right there. Y'all see how fast? And this is what it says, speed. But let me say this. It'll go as fast as you allow it. You gotta get out of your head. You gotta get out your feelings. You got to get out of your mindset. You got to get out of that energy. I don't care what's going on around you, just like with the young lady. When she was praying and having faith, not everybody agreed with her. Not everybody felt that she deserved it. But when you want something, what's up, family? God in love. When you want something, and I want you to hear me well, it ain't based on everybody else. Let me tell you something. The reason why some blessings come slow is because we have to line up with it. Your manifestation comes as fast as you are willing to change and you are willing to line up with it. Then it comes with speed. Because guess what? God, whatever God or goddess you serve, whether it be Yahweh, whether it be Dumbala, whether it be the Loa, whatever you serve, whether it be the Orishas, whatever you serve, whatever path you follow, to get your blessings, give me just a second, to get your blessings, it is up to you how you get them. It is up to you how you get them. And let me explain what I mean by that. It is up to you how fast you are willing to change. How fast are you willing to grow? And when I say how fast, I don't mean taking 1,000 days in one day. I don't mean jumping ahead of your journey. How quickly are you willing to believe? Can you show the card for a second? Sure. Because this one is speed. Because you literally cannot run before you walk. But you got to believe. How quick are you willing to line up? And what I mean by lining up, I mean, are you willing to get out of your emotions? Are you willing to follow the directions of the Spirit? Are you willing to change your mindset, change the way that you think, change the way that you view things? Are you willing to feed your manifestation? Are you willing to feed the way that you look? Yeah, because anything that you do, you can do it with leaps and bounds. Especially with a changed heart, a changed mindset, and a different type spirit at looking at things, you can get leaps and bounds from the Spirit. Literally, it will cause you to move obstacles out of your way. Because once you unblock you, or should I say unfuck yourself, then you are able to receive. But the ordeal is, your blessing comes as fast as you're willing to follow and you're willing to keep your faith. How fast can you have patience? And this is something that I'm going to relay. And let me say this. Don't just have patience for the blessing, but have patience for the blesser. Yeah, because it depends. It depends. It really depends on you. Yeah, because you know why? Lined up. When the Spirit said, do this. Okay. When you want me to do it. When done it. When the Spirit said, I need you to hold this. Held on to it. How you want to help. When you're willing to follow those instructions, when you're willing to believe, when you're willing to know, and when you're willing to understand that it takes your faith, that it takes you believing, not stopping at the first door that you knock at and getting discouraged and saying, fuck it, I quit. Not getting mad because someone didn't agree with you. Not getting upset because somebody told the lie and somebody told the truth and somebody did this and somebody did that. Not looking at past mistakes, but learning from the past mistakes is a different thing. Learning from something and moving forward is not a problem. Because if you can own it, you can move forward. You can make leaps and bounds at what you're willing to face. When your subconscious mind is doubting and your conscious mind is saying, I can't do it, it's not going to happen. And that's another thing. Your heart, your mind, your spirit, your subconscious, your conscious, everything has to be lined up. Your heart can't be in one place. I think I said this before on the live. Your heart can't be in one place, your spirit in another, your soul somewhere else tripping. No, everything has to be one with it. I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect. Good evening, good evening. I'm not saying that you're going to be perfect, but what I am saying is, if you lined up, and with your subconscious, let me say this. Let me say this. Your subconscious, like anything else, has to be clean. I think it was Willow that talked about, like, picture your subconscious being a room. And you're taking a broom and you're sweeping out and you're cleaning up. You're taking your cleaning products, your Florida water, what have you, and you're cleaning up. And you're literally cleaning out your subconscious. Because literally it can be done. Some do it by meditation, because there are meditations out there that deal with the subconscious. But here's the thing. You have to be willing to embrace that and allow for a cleansing. Truth. I remember we had that conversation, because it's cleaning out your room. And so when you clean it out, that allows for your subconscious to line up with your conscience. And see, a lot of us, let me tell you something that we have to do. Stop putting your inner child on mute and help your inner child heal. Stop putting your subconscious on mute and help your subconscious cleanse. Because your subconscious will keep showing up in your dreams. Your subconscious will keep showing up and telling you, hey, clean me. Hey, get rid of this. You remember this? Get this out of here. Your subconscious will do it to you. That's why I say, how quickly are you willing to line up? Because a lot of stuff we have to let go. Obedience is better than sacrifice. How quickly are you willing? Because as you can see, that's a whole city she's jumping over with the clouds and with the smoke. That's a whole city. Sometimes I fight with mine like, no, we are all in this together. I know that's right. Iman. We're all in this together. And see, that's telling your mind, body, soul, spirit as a whole, and heart as a whole, we are doing this together. Have a talk. Feed your subconscious positive things. Feed your subconscious healing. One of my best kept secrets, when I go to sleep at night, I put a different meditation on. And I put the meditation on to clean out things while I'm asleep. Because most of the time when you are asleep, that is the most of the time when you are more receptive to the energies that are in the room and you're more vulnerable to it. Truth. When you declutter. Exactly. When you declutter. And let me tell you something. I'm going to say this because it is the truth. A lot of times what people don't understand, if you have a lot of stuff cluttered in the house, then I know for a fact either your emotions, your mind, your spirit, one of them is cluttered the fuck up. Not saying that a house never looks like it's lived in, but you can always tell. Take a look around If you have 50 million things that are the same thing, and let me say this when I say the same thing, and literally they're in all directions, I know your mind is in all directions. I know that you can't think as for lack of better words, as a mentalist. I know that you can't think. I'll explain what I mean. Here's a story from my own. When I first moved into the house, I had, not mistaken, I had bought 3 different oils, but they all had a different name, but yet they all done the same thing. None of them did anything different, just had different spirits attached to them, but they were the same exact thing. And the spirits one day asked me, said, you got these big old bottles of the same thing. May I ask you something? Isn't it one problem, one situation? I said, yes, it is. So why do you have 4 different answers for one situation when it's only one direction? Literally. That was said to me. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm one of them people that walk off before I even give an answer. I walk off first because I learned not to say nothing, not to listen to reply, not to listen just so I can say my part. I learned to listen and go think about what's being said to me, because the last time I listened to reply, I got a listening ass whooping. And thank you, Ema. Yeah, the donations at the bottom. If you listen, if you got it, you got it. You feel it's the truth, donations. And I'm going to truly be honored. I'm going to truly thank you for it. I'm going to truly appreciate that. Because me, I snot like a $2 hole over $3. Not going to lie to you. I literally snot like a $2 hole with $3. Real talk. And that's just me keeping it real. But I'm telling you, literally, I had to learn that God don't have 40 different ways to clear one situation. No matter what spirit you work with, they don't have 4 different ways to do it. So you literally gotta know to follow directions. But it's the truth. I do. I look, some of the stuff that people cry about, I'll be over there snotting about $2 because somebody gave it to me. Real talk. Because that's how much I appreciate the blessing. Real talk. Grateful and thankful is 2 different things. Grateful means it brought you through something that you didn't get. Thank you, Willow. Thank you for the donation. I don't know how much it is, but thank you. Like I said, gonna have me snotting like a $2 hole later on tonight. Gonna literally have me snotting. But I'm telling you, I learned to be grateful. I was grateful even when I didn't have it. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I literally stayed in a hotel room. Thank you, Willow. I know you're saying that I ain't have to say it, but I'm always grateful. I'll be snotting like a $2 hole later on. You know what? I love you too. But I'm going to shoot you out. I give honor where honor is due. You know what I mean? I give honor where honor is due. I really do. Literally, I do. But I'm going to say this. I love you too. I'm going to say this. In anything that you do, be grateful. Be grateful. And let me tell you why be grateful. Because I remember, oh my God. Thank you, Ema. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be snotting. I'm going to try to do right on this live. I'm going to try not to snot on this live. I'm thankful I wore shades. My God. I'm going to try to do right on this live. What was you saying? Oh, by the way, this live is sponsored by since I can never get her name right on time, this live is sponsored by the Loas, the Agways. And that's why I'm so calm and so cool and so collective tonight. That's how come it ain't many cuss words, y'all. Be real, that's how come it ain't many cuss words. But let me say this. Ayi bobo. Ayi bobo. Let me say this to them. Try not to snot. Ooh, Lord. People, listen. Like I said, it don't take much. It don't take much. But let me say this. When you are grateful, a lot of times being grateful, like I said, I was grateful that I was still breathing when I was homeless. I love y'all too. I was grateful even when I did not know what I was going to eat the next day. I'm still grateful because you know why? You have to look at what you do have. If you're getting up and you're able to walk, you're able to breathe, you're able to move around. And let me say this. And I'm going to keep repeating this every which way I go. Everywhere I go, I'm going to keep repeating this. Please don't tell me that you lost faith and you laid down at night and you went to sleep and nothing touched you. No one harmed you. You have faith. Please don't tell me you lost your faith and you don't always pray. But when you walk out the door, no accidents, no gun pulled on you, that nothing happened. Believe me, you have faith. I'm going to be snotting tonight. I swear to God, I'm going to be snotting tonight. I'm going to need Jesus, but I'm going to be snotting tonight. I swear to God. May have to come back live. I am so honored. Thank you, Tamor. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the donations. I am so honored. Oh yes, because let me be real. Let me be real. Because there's a lot that don't have to be provided. But the reason why gratefulness is literally based on you being grateful for what you do have, because somebody's always worse off than you. Somebody always don't have. But be grateful for what you do have. Now, thankfulness is being thankful for the blesser blessing you. I know we be thankful for the things that we have, for having a home, for having this, for having that, but I am grateful that they kept my mind. Yes, the faith of a mustard seed. And see, a lot of us think we lost that, but you get up every day. But you move around every day. You breathing. But be thankful for the blesser. Whatever you walk with, whatever just blessed you. Like I will be playing her song when this is over. Ayi bobo. Thank you to the Agways. Thank you to the Most High. Mr. LL, Mr. Dumbala, the Wedos, Mr. and Mrs. Wedo. Thank you. Ayi bobo to Papa Legba. B Lolo, Mama Dentor. Thank you. Because the truth of the matter is, being thankful to the blesser is literally telling them that you understand the blessing, but you're thankful for them giving to you. Thankfulness. I literally do not have a problem saying thank you. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. It was a story with Jesus. He literally healed 10 that had leprosy. Literally. Now, the custom is that you run and go show yourself to the priest. Because technically, the custom was that if you had leprosy, you had to dwell outside of the city for 7 days until you got healed. That was the custom of the Jews. And literally, when Jesus healed them, all 10 of them took off, but only one of them came back, and the 9 kept running to show themselves to the priest. The reason why the one came back, he came back to say thank you to the blesser, to say thank you. And I also want to thank everybody that donated as well. Thank you. Because it don't owe me nothing. I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And I'm honored. Now, like I said, what's up, fam? Much respect. Always rocking 6. Because the truth of the matter is, when you are willing to line up, things happen exceedingly and abundantly, above what you can ask or think. When that young man came back and he blessed and he said to Jesus, thank you, Jesus blessed him all the more. Why? Because he came back to say thank you for the blessings he received. Good evening, good evening. Because a lot of people don't get to say thank you. Give honor where honor is due. Truth, she connected us all. May she stay blessed. I know that's right. Did do that. Because half of y'all I would not know if it wasn't for Misha. Half of y'all I wouldn't know. And I'm grateful. I don't regret meeting nobody, and I'm honored. I don't regret it at all. Hold on. Y'all don't finna let the young man in the house. Hola, say hey.
Hola.
Come and stop. That's nephew coming in the house. So I'm gonna finish my live out here, and then I'll head to my room.
Okay.
Oh, you know I told you it's Freestyle Saturday, so if you got anything you want to say, you can come drop it whenever you want to drop it.
Well, I'm dropping something else somewhere.
You plan on dropping something else somewhere else?
Yeah, dropping something else somewhere.
I feel you. Hey, let me get a favor, if you don't mind, real quick, because I'm holding this phone. I only pulled 2 cards from this deck. Can you shuffle this for me real quick? Thank you, kind sir. Shuffle this for me. See, they give you your hearts and everything, sir. Look at that.
Hey. Ooh. My bad.
Did they fall out like that?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see them. Yeah, he most likely is because he ain't been to sleep.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Alex said you look tired. She said you look tired, sir. She said you look tired.
I had just got a little caught up in all the Queen's men, but I went to sleep.
Oh, you watched it?
You hear me?
Mom said, "Hey, baby."
Hey, Mama.
So, nephew, this how you feel? This is what the spirit will tell you to pull.
I didn't get nothing now. You said shuffle, I shuffled, and they got...
And they dropped out like that. That's how they feel.
I was trying to mind.
Look, Jesus. That's how they feel. Well, Father. It's confirmation, though. Because what did we just talk about? Now, this card is a representation of Mother Earth, but it's also a representation of how you present your body. I believe you talked about that before. Presenting your body as a holy and a living sacrifice. That's how they feel, though. Okay, then. So let me say this: since they put this card right here, since that's how they felt, whatever you let in, let me ask this question: what's the gates? What way can anything enter into you, whether it's positive or negative? Oh, that's because he watching all the Queen's Men. Yeah, he tired, boss. But how many ways can something enter into you, into your mind, into your heart, into your spirit? What are the ways that, even if it's positive or negative, what are the ways that they can enter? What gates are they? I'm gonna wait and see.
Video, what you see. Audio, what you hear.
Come on out here, cause you ain't gonna do that from there. Come on out here.
I'm trying to fix my weed.
You trying to fix your wig? What, sir? But sir, if you gonna answer the question, you got to come out here and answer, sir.
They supposed to know this.
Come on. You open your mouth. What they say? Come on in the room.
Well, I got a twist in the room.
You got a twist in the room.
You know.
Well, all right. Speak loud enough and say what you just said.
What you hear, audio, what you hear, television, what you see, sexual, what you go into your penis, your booty, your coochie, what's the other one?
But how can those things enter though? Through what part can those things enter?
What you mean?
Like your mouth, your eyes. How can they enter? Because in order for you to see audio, you gotta be able to hear it. In order for you to see video, you gotta see.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are they? That's the question I was asking, big head.
Oh, portals. I mean, but if don't nobody pay attention that your eyes, what you see is the portal into your soul. Mm-hmm. Your ears, what you hear is the portal into your spirit. Your sexual organs, how you out here grooving and doing it, is an entrance into your dimensions, your portals in your spirit. If you understand that your body is the temple, and every entrance is a gate or a doorway, you need to sit down.
You say need to sit down?
I mean, have several seats.
Have several? All right then, preacher. Well, let me say this because there are things that you brought up. Because we got the Psalms of Solomon, or Psalms of Psalms. I'm going to say this. You do have to be careful about what energy you take in. Because again, this is your temple. She can stay fruitful, or she can hit the abyss, meaning your temple, no matter if you're he, she, masculine identified, feminine identified, whatever the case may be. Because what you let enter, what energy you let fester, is what you're going to get. Let me say this, going back to what Alex said, your subconscious. Because whatever you let enter and that you don't let come to your mind, it will go to your subconscious. So you have to take care of your temple. Even in having sex, since he brought it up. Since he went there, let's go there. Because what you allow can wreck your flow of your chakras or can give you the flow of your chakras. What you allow to align, like I said, because what you want will have speed. Amar has a one-on-one class coming up. Yes, ma'am, I do. But see, I was going to let you do his first. I was trying to get out the way for a second and let him do his. See, his is crossing you over from religiosity to spirituality. Mine is dealing with, home training. Like when you come in the house, you know how you live in your grandma's house, you live in your parents' house. You didn't walk around without saying good morning. You literally said good morning. You literally said hello. And you didn't just do. So let me say this, because a part of taking care of your temple, how is it that you can go past without speaking to you? And how is it that you can go past without speaking to your higher self? How is it that you can go past without speaking to your ancestors? And how is it that you can go past without speaking to your deities or your spirits? How is it that you can go past and don't say good morning, good evening, or something? Don't say I love you. Don't say thank you. Don't say what up, hey, what's happening, what's cracking. Literally, how does that work? Because that's part of taking care of your temple too. But again, I'm just serving hors d'oeuvres. You're going to have to take my class to find out the rest. You have to take my class to find out the rest. Because taking care of your temple has a lot to do with lining up to get those manifestations from the one that manifests. It's because the manifestation don't just start with you. It's like lightning. You come from the ground up. The spirits come from above down. So you definitely got to take care of your temple. Also, plants. That's funny. What do you let blossom in you? That's funny. What do you let blossom in you? What seeds did you let be planted? Are you letting positive ones? Are you letting negative ones? Are you just taking in any and everything? Because a lot of what we won't call junk be junk. A lot of what we call we call sharing be junk, man. So I'm telling you, sometimes our blessings is clogged up by what we plant within us. And let me say this: stop talking to yourself crazy. Stop saying you were stupid for doing that. Stop it. Change your language. Yeah, it's going to harvest. But let me tell you something. What's the harvest? Because whatever you sow, that you shall also reap. Whatever you plant, what's going to harvest? What's going to harvest? Because if it's blessings, then your blessings is going to come up. Pardon my language, but if it's bullshit, that's what's coming up, bro. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. So watch what you're planting. And remember your energy. It is too important for half the mess that's going on. I'm actually waiting for Alex to start our live readings as well. Hey, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Bro, I'll be right there. And listen, a real mumbo, you understand? Not just an artist, but a mumbo. And we'll see to your soul. So I'm telling you, if you can't take the truth, don't ask. Let me tell you something. There's some real practitioners out here. Don't ask for what you can't handle. If you can handle, then go ahead. But let me tell you something else don't do. Don't stop telling people their price is too high. Cut that shit. I can tell my grandmother said, cut that shit off and out. Because people are worth it. And so am I. But let me tell you something. When you get the truth and you get the directions, please follow the direction and don't tell that reader what someone else said. Please don't tell that spiritualist. Please don't do that. Well, so-and-so said this. What does it matter? That's the question I'm going to ask you too. Why you here? How about why you here? So, when you go get a read, go get the read. But let me tell you something. Hey, it's all love. It's all love. Your family, it's all love. But when you go get the read, say thanks. You get the read, say thank you. When you get the reading, respect the truth. And I'm going to tell you something. Here's another thing that I learned. Because not only do you plant within you, but when you plant seeds in others and you give to others and you give to the work, you get blessings also. So know how to sow so you can reap. Know how to plant. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of us forget to till the ground. Till your grounds. That means speak to your blessing. If the reading tells you that you got some stuff to work on, please work on it. Don't just take that reading and go home and treat it like it's the trash can and toss it aside like you ain't got no work to do. Let me tell you something. Faith without works is dead. You have to work. You have to work. Even if you're working in the spirit, you have to work. I ain't never heard of a blessing coming and you were just sitting around and there was no instructions given. Work. And work, the reason why I said no man can work while it is dark, but work while it is day, or no man can work at night. That's why I work in the day. What that means is work in your season. Work in the directions of that thing. Follow the instructions then, because a lot of things have a time limit. That's like, for an example, if you're going to get a job, right? You can't show up to the interview. The interview was at 1 o'clock and you showed up to the interview at 4 o'clock. They have every right to close that door. You don't have a legitimate excuse. This ain't the pursuit of happiness. Sometimes you need to get on your season and you have to follow right then. Because you surely can't show up late to some things. You have to do it right then. So when you go get a reading, be sure to know that you're going to have to put in some work and work on it. So you go get a reading from my fam here, please know, it's sure they're going to see your soul. It's sure they're going to see your soul and be willing to work on it. But like I said, whatever you plant, that's going to be your harvest. And let me say this. If someone else said it like this, I remember seeing this TikTok. Yeah, the pursuit of everything ain't pursuit of happiness. I don't mean no harm. Will Smith in that movie, and it was based on a true story about another young man. But to be honest, that was a blessing for him. But everything ain't the pursuit of happiness. Some shit you can't show up looking like hell done broke you through. You can't. Some things you have to come in there with the requirements of what they say. So if you're not following those damn instructions, why do you think that you're going to get that? Some things you got to follow the instructions to the T. Because everything ain't the pursuit of happiness. Shit, in this part of my life, I'm trying to just follow directions. I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do. And no disrespect, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do to check out and to check in. Real talk. And I'm doing it with love. Because I want people to give it back to me in love. I want the spirits to give it back to me in love. But I want the truth. But I'm going to put it to you like this. Whatever you plant, that shall you also reap. Another one. But wait a minute. And let me be honest. Sometimes you got to be strong-willed. See that animal right there? I forget the name of that little rascal, but that is a stubborn animal. Okay? That is an animal. Listen. You basically got to get to fight with that animal to get that animal to stop. As much as I watch the History Channel and stuff, that little animal right there, that little fella right there with the antlers, yeah, that bro right there don't know how to stop. So you also have to be strong-willed. Meaning that when you set your mind to something, just like we talked about before, mind, body, soul, spirit, and heart has to come into agreement. Has to come into agreement. Because notice he have a tree. Some of us got to repair our relationships with prosperity. Got to repair our relationships with ourselves. We got to repair. Got to heal. And some of us got to clear surroundings. And we also got to clear within us. Some of us, it's only us holding us back. You got to clear. You still hear me? Oh, okay, there you go. But right here, If you notice, he has a tree. What does it say at the bottom? Plants. See, that's what it said at the bottom. Plants. And the reason why I say plants is because as you look at the top of his head, it was what he planted that blossomed. He was blossoming a harvest that will be able to be preserved for him to walk into. But this particular animal is strong-minded. This one here, don't like to do what nobody say. And you see how you're looking, right? Looking like if it ain't of the spirit, I'm not doing it. Look how you looking. Look at him. Look at you. And the reason why I say that is because that's what it literally takes. For when you set your mind to something and you set your mind to what the Spirit has for you, that you be strong-minded. Oh, no. It's just a tree. But as you can see, he got a lot of lights around him. And that's due to him following the spirits. Those look like orbs. Like I said, he made his mind up to go to the spirits. He made up his mind that whatever they tell me to do, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get my harvest. Because see, the thing about this card that's not said was that the harvest grew in the spirit first and then manifested. And that's how come he able to wear it. Because where did it start? It started in his mind, his body, his soul, his spirit. And see that look on his face? And also does it look like, don't you dare touch my stuff, because I'm a and he's stubborn too. Sometimes you have to be stubborn and focus just on the will of God. Just on the will of the spirits that walk with you. But look on his face. Like I wish he would. Like he worked too hard for this. Look at that look on his face. Because he's sitting up saying he had to till the ground. He had to be in the sun. He had to get it watered. He had to literally tend to his harvest. I can't blame him for being stubborn because I'm going to only follow the will of God and what they tell me. Yes. So whatever you plant, make sure you're willing to get that harvest and you're willing to do what it takes, because no garden ever grows by itself. And for some of us, we got to let people help us. Stop being so stubborn. Got to let people help us. It's all right to let somebody help you. It's all right to let somebody have your back. But going to the next card. A rock. That's literally what they say, rock. But you notice that out that rock, a whole damn plant with the roots. It's a whole plant with the roots. I say this. Your rock should be the foundation being built by the spirits and a relationship with yourself. That should be your rock. And when people see the roots and see who's been there, who has not, who's faded away, and they see the roots that's still there, those people that's going to help you with that vision, those spirits that's walking by you and keeping you with grace and keeping you going, see, they make themselves known. See that? Look at that rock. I'm going to tell you the funniest thing. In the Bible, it was saying that they was building this temple, and they threw out the cornerstone, the chief cornerstone. Meaning the one thing that could hold up everything, they threw it out. Now, Jesus Christ being the chief cornerstone, they had to go back to him. Sometimes you have to go back to what you need. to make that strong foundation. And a lot of times we have to get out of the way so that the foundation can be built to be strong. Real talk. Because your roots will make it known. Your roots will be right there and make it known to you. Let's look at that tree. That tree ain't finna fall over. Now, that rock, let me be real. A lot of people will be upset and say, can't nothing come out of that rock. I mean, like, what could have grown? But the truth of the matter is, everything that you've been through, everything that you suffered through, everything was a part of helping lay that foundation for you to get that harvest. So whatever you planted, like I said, it was a guy on TikTok. He used the illustration of a manifestation. He used it like a paycheck. He was saying whatever you put in hours to, and whatever you literally worked for, that you took time out to do, like you was clocking in, out of paycheck. Whether it was for your good, whether it was for your bad, paycheck. So if you worked, you did all that work, and you had rocky situations, you had rocky circumstances, people, places, and things was rocky, and you see them roots sticking out. I'm glad I said don't own the rights to this music. The roots is yelling, you are not alone. I am here with you. In other words, they say, now, boo, you ain't standing alone. There'll be more with you than there'll be with them. That's why you got the roots. So trust me, no matter what you've been through, no matter what happened, in having faith, watch for your harvest. And tonight, my singing voice probably sound like a singing hell. Some dog probably still mad at me. But we'll be honest. Literally. And y'all see it look like a walnut, don't it? It look like it's in the form of a seed, right? See that? But even when you think your seed is dead, and it seems like it's hardening and rocked up, look at that. That's how you know that the blessed earth can make all things possible. There's nothing impossible. So trust when I say you can do it. And look at all those stars. Those stars? Yep, those are stars. Look how many cloud of witnesses. Because sometimes what you do in private, it'll be so big that it'll make it to the public. So trust, have faith, know what you're planning, line up, and it'll come with speed. Because sometimes you have a 911 emergency and you need it to be on the way. But know that whatever you do, it's going to pay off. So, like I said, on Freestyle Saturday, whatever you do, it's going to pay off. So what are you collecting in your paycheck? What you sow, that you're going to reap. And I'm going to conclude because, I don't stay longer than the spirits. So let me just ask this question. Did anyone have anything to say? I'm just going to thank everybody. Thank everybody for the donations again. I thank everybody for listening to me. As I said before, y'all could have been anywhere doing anything, but you chose to listen to me and allow the spirits to speak through me. One of the things I remember having a conversation about, and I've had many of these conversations, I don't know what to say to people, but the spirits know every time. That's how come and one scripture that always stuck with me is, pay no attention to what you say or do, for the Holy Ghost in that very hour will give you what to say. So this is why I don't study. I don't write nothing down. I just say what they tell me to say. and I move my little ass around. But like I said, if anybody have anything to say, please ask questions. Please speak now, and I'll wait. I'm not just going to run off. But please let me know if you have anything that you want to say. Let me know. But I am for sure thankful. I am for sure grateful for everything that God is doing, everything that the Moai is doing, Petro, everything that every spirit known and unknown is doing on my behalf. Every angel, whether you're left, whether it's right, thank you. And thank you to y'all for listening. So like I said, you could have been doing anything. And if no one has anything else to say, I'm going to say good night. I love y'all. And I'm going to wait 2 minutes to see if it's just a delay, because sometimes Facebook is just crazy. Mama Sue, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for all of y'all. Many, many blessings. I'm thankful for all of y'all. And for all those that shared my live, again, thank you. Because for some reason, Facebook has monetized me. So thank you, and thank you. Now, I don't know what to do with that, but they did. And I didn't even know 5,000 people was following my page. Real talk, I had no clue. I'm just trying to do what they tell me to do. I had no clue. You'd be surprised what happens when a reveal come along. But thank you. I love y'all.